play a round of Certamen with 11 people, at least 9 of whom never saw the night. Right? When were you born?
1999.
Oh, see?
October 20th. 2 whole months.
Weirdly enough, every question is about October to December of 1999.
I'm going to say for my mom's not because I was in the
Not the official. All right. I'm going to assume that the buzzers work and we are going to get started because we have 2 hours to pull this whole thing off. So, okay, some announcements for reals.
I'm B1.
Yeah, I just did that. Try to do the 1 through 4 thing. Are you gonna do 1, 2, 3? That'd be easiest for me.
We are 1, 2.
But otherwise, I'm on.
We're supposed to
Have you ever played? Okay. The Austin is going to, when we get the score sheets to him, he's going to update the sketch. The semifinal rounds are going to happen in the 3 rooms on this floor. So you can continue to just update the sketch to see if you made it. The other thing we're going to do once we have it, we are going to just like outside in the hallway, we'll like stand on a bench and shout what teams did it. But so the sketch would probably be easier. If you make the finals, or if you want to watch the finals, and everybody should come to the finals because it's a really big room and I would be sad if there's nobody there. We're actually going to do a migration like the Synodes did. That's one of the questions. Over to the place where academic testing was. The auditorium over there. Yes, Cox. The Cox Auditorium is where that's going to be. And that'll be immediately after AMB, yes. Right after the semifinals. So, if any of you is able to make it to the finals, you will be playing on stuff that you will know so much better than all of us. So, good luck to all 3 teams. Just get some of them so that my work was not for nothing. Good luck. Yes, for the first 3 questions that you inevitably kick, because you either spaz hyperbuzz because you're all so young you still think this is real Certamen, or you just don't actually know the reference, we will read the bonuses as toss-ups for the first 3. So I figure by question 5, that rule will not be applicable. Toss-up 1. Round 2 of the World Series of Certamen this year will highlight the 1990s, an era of grunge. The rise of the internet, you're welcome for that one. Boy bands and the birth of reality TV, apologies for that one. One of the most massively iconic things to hit the 90s was a TV show whose episodes would have all started in Latin with unus...
A4?
Friends? Yeah, that is correct. The rest of the question said unus qui or unus in quo and had a working 3-word title. Do you know what the working title of the show was? It's not one of the questions. It was Similes Nobis Amici. It was originally going to be called Friends Like Us, and they were like, that's too long. And they cut it. I didn't know. Your first bonus. Almost as iconic as Friends was its ubiquitous theme song. If you don't know it, I'm not going to help you with it. Give the title of that song by the Rembrandts in Latin.
Be this way. I'll be there for you. Was it
Sing
mine?
every other line.
I will be there for Arrow in the Or like on Arrow.
Answer, please.
Arrow in the Tibby. Please.
I think pro te is much better.
That's fair.
No, Tibby. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Your second bonus, one of the most iconic lines in Friends, was delivered several times, most notably by David Schwimmer's character Ross, who shouted in attempted defense of his infidelity, "Eramus in intermissione!" Give that line in English.
You just shouted the same way he did that, and we were on a break.
Okay, I can do this. Yeah, I got fur. I thought I would put it in a point back my tax. We were on a break!
If you don't know the reference, for those of you who've never seen it, it was really funny because he cheats on his girlfriend. His girlfriend's like, maybe I'm gonna forgive you. That wasn't the funny part. Good luck being alone the rest of your life. He cheats on his girlfriend. His girlfriend says, maybe I'm gonna forgive you, but here are the conditions. And he falls asleep while she's talking, and he wakes up and then realizes that he has agreed to a bunch of stuff he didn't realize. All right, 20 points for them. 2. How's up 2? Hur, gay, onymos, hudor, suke, and cardios in Greek, and ignis, terra, ventus, aqua.
C2.
Elements.
No.
A2.
Avatar.
You mind?
Avatar.
No. For these guys only, and it's going to be sad that they don't know it. Ignis, terra, ventus, aqua, and core in Latin. These are the 5 elements that, when combined, summon what 1990s environmentalist superhero, whose mission, as the theme song states, was to take pollution down to 0.
B3.
G.I. Joe.
Oh my God. I would like, now, y'all, there are only a few of them, so you're going to need to have the voice of silence. But I'd like to bring back a time-honored World Series of Certamen tradition. When somebody gives an answer that is so bad, I want you to boo that person at the top of your lungs. Because that was bad. So please let B3 know what you thought of that answer on 3. 1, 2, 3. Would anybody like to tell them the correct answer?
Captain Planet?
Captain Planet.
Oh my goodness.
So those of you from Florida, the absolute worst FJCL shirt ever. There was a Captain Planet shirt. So there are 5 words, 5 Latin words for the 5 elements. Somehow, every single one of them was misspelled. And 140 of us had to wear that. It was great. All right. So bonus is toss-up. So this is going to be a 5-point toss-up for anybody. So once Captain Planet had saved the proverbial day, he would leave the Planeteers with the message, Vis est vobis. What is that?
B2.
Power is for you.
Oh, wait. Yes, give them 5 points. But I'm going to read the rest of the question. What does this mean? For the record, you might get points for a literal translation, but the crowd will be instructed to hardly boo you if you do not get the line from the cartoon, because they say, the power is yours. So, I want him to need therapy by the time. Second bonus as toss-up. Planet is a Greek-derived word, not Latin. What is the meaning of the...
A2.
Flat.
No, because it doesn't come from... That's Latin. What is the meaning of the Greek verb plonomai, from which planet is derived? As a more modern pop culture hint, this word also modifies Earth in a 2019 science fiction film based on a novella by Liu Cixin. It's awful. Do not watch it. So bad. Boo, you suck. Wonder. It's Wandering Earth. So 5 points on that question. You guys are so good. Toss up 3. This one will hurt my feelings if you don't know. What musical group from the 90s, known for hits that in Latin would be Capsa Cordiformis and Olefacet Sicut...
A2.
Nirvana! Sicut Anima Adulescentum defined the early 90s with their album Mihi Ignosce, although this translation does not quite contain the full depth of its original English. Never mind. Your first bonus, translate either song title provided in the toss-up. Capsa Cordiformis or Olefacet Sicut Anima Adulescentum.
So the second one for sure smells like Teen Spirit.
And please.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, I do. Because I was actually at an NJCL and I walked into a middle school boys' room, and then later I was like, guys, I know what Teen Spirit is. Your second bonus, what other 90s grunge band put out hits like We Was, Ater, and I Quan Nimitas on their album Decem, released in 1994?
Can you repeat the song titles?
We Was, Ater, and I Quan Nimitas.
Yes.
Are the Eagles from the 90s?
Could be. Alive. We'll have him
Backstreet Boys?
Answer!
Backstreet Boys.
What? That was an unauthorized boo, sir.
No, my apologies.
It was Pearl Jam.
Will says.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
told him to say that. I'm sorry.
I'm particularly proud of this. I didn't write the last one. I wrote this one. So, if you want to cheer spontaneously when someone gets it and think to yourself, what a clever question, I'm not doing so. Toss up question 4. If filmmakers had wanted to give their movie a specific name rather than the generic name they went with, what 1997 film could have
B3.
Hercules?
just for the hell of it? Let me know when there are tears behind this. Alright, if filmmakers had wanted to give their movie a specific name rather than the generic name they went with, what 1997 film could have been called Theik, Yapatik, Namasinik, or even Prometheus?
A1. Titanic.
Titanic. Yeah, that's what it was, right? Thank you. Thanks for that young man in the back. Your bonus. Speaking of the Titans, which pair of Titans must get both to be correct? Were the parents of Leto and Asterica?
Can you repeat?
No.
Wait, we don't
I look.
Defer.
Oasis and Phoebe?
Second, what Titan's name comes from the Greek verb meaning to put and literally means that which is put in its place, a fitting name for the incarnation of divine law. Themis is correct. 20 points for TNA, just the way we play. Toss up 5. The 90s were called the era of the end of history. To stay on theme, whose own histories end with the death?
A4.
Cater the other.
No. Whose own histories ended with the death of Domitian during his...
B2.
No. This is your moment!
C2.
Oh my God! No! Like literally, someone says histories, you say Tacitus.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks so much.
Alright, so you've earned 2 of your toss-ups, bonuses as toss-ups. We're on question 5. Bonus as toss-up. Whose death ends Livy's?
A4.
Drusus the Elder. Zip.
Ah, thank you for that. 6 points. Your second bonus. Perhaps the most tragic end of history we may consider as Romanists who only consider the Western Roman Empire the font of history would be the fall of Rome itself. What youth was nominally...
A4.
Romulus Augustulus.
Yes.
That's why we drafted it.
Alright. Now. You have spotted them enough of a lead. Toss-up question number 6. In a groundbreaking World Series of Certamen first, here is the first ever mythological pop culture mathematical Certamen question. By how many did the number of arms of Cottus or Briareus exceed the number of arms of Frederick Sykes, the man that Dr. Richard Kimball swears murdered his wife in the
C2.
99 is correct. Let's go! On the board. They did it, Jenny. They did it. The man that Dr. Richard Kimball swears murdered his wife in the 1994 film The Fugitive. Your first bonus. An iconic moment in that film comes in a stormwater tunnel when Tommy Lee Jones has cornered Harrison Ford. Ford proclaims, "I didn't kill my wife," to which Jones responds, does anyone know? There's two guys in a tunnel, really dramatic. He's pointing a gun and he looks at it like, "I didn't kill my wife," and Tommy Lee Jones looks at him and goes, "I don't care." Using the impersonal verb interest, give Jones's response in Latin.
So you need to use the feminine. Like, interest, mea. Yeah. You're the captain.
Non interest mea.
You're going to need to spell that with correct macrons.
It's applet, so it's the
Wait,
M-E,
what?
long A.
The whole thing?
N long O N space.
M-E, long A. Yeah, no, maker.
INT.
Wait, hold on. It might be, but sure.
REST space.
M-E-A, long A.
No. ME long A.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
You're right. You didn't even have to do that. I was just messing with you. All right. In another scene from that movie, Deputy Samuel Gerard tells the assembled law forces, I'm going to attempt to do a southern accent. What I want from each and every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, henhouse, outhouse, and doghouse in that area. Which of the edifices in that line could be rendered into Latin as a gallinarium?
Henhouse.
Ooh, easy, she said. Brave words for the team with 20 points. Toss-up question number 7. The primary villain for the first season of this 90s television show had a last name that is the feminine form of the perfect passive participle of repello. In the first episode of this show...
C3?
Power Rangers.
I need more information.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That is correct.
Yeah!
Rita Repulsa!
Yeah, we just talked about that.
In the business, we like to call those shame points. The 8 of you should be proud.
No, she's
Just out of curiosity, it's not for points. It said in the first episode, the villain and her henchmen are released from their place of imprisonment, which could be described in Latin as Scarpea in Luna. Do you know what that means? Just out of curiosity. It's a dumpster on the moon. All right, your first button. This is the National Junior Classical League, not the National Junior Latin League, and Agon is I can't even say it without Agon is a real Agon is a real vet. So we can totally ask Greek derivatives. What is the meaning of the Greek root from which morphin is derived?
I'd like to think it's change.
Yeah.
Answer.
Change.
The noun. Your second bonus. Like many shows, the success of MMPR, which is apparently the cool people call it, went too far and spawned many abysmal spin-offs. One of these abominations, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, had a main villain who was the son of Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed. Do you actually know what the I don't think so. What was the name of this bad guy, which also names the type of gladiator that frequently faced the Murmillo and was the sobriquet of the Emperor Maximinus? Maximinus Retiarius, the famous emperor. This is what they're coming up. If you lose to them.
What's the what?
Answer, please. Jesus.
It worked.
spade. I like
Give me
this
that.
one. This is a good one. But you're gonna get it on like the real part and not the pop culture part, and that's good. It's okay. The name's the same. The cognomen of a Roman commander and statesman who held 5 consulships each. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Delayer.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What are you gonna say?
I said Delayer.
Okay, moving on to A3.
Cassius.
They don't need the help. All right, for Team C. The name's the same. The cognomen of a Roman commander and statesman who held 5 consulships between 222 and 208 BC and was known as the Sword of Rome. And the first name of the man who employs Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega in the 1994 film Pulp Fiction.
Oh my gosh.
Name's the same. The Sword of Rome. And the man who employs Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction. Yeah, you got it. Power Rangers.
Do you remember what our
You
categories were?
spawned this, Jenny.
We were all 3 language players.
Would anybody like to enlighten the ignorant?
I think problems are C4.
Marcellus!
Oh my gosh!
For the record, yeah, she
I had no idea about the Roman.
You have as much as they do. So this will be our last bonus as toss-up question. So bonus as toss-up. What name is shared between the following 2 women? One was the mother of Augustine.
A4.
Monica.
Yes. The first name of the other became a widely copied hairstyle. Yes, it is another reference to Friends. No, it is not the rating. Second bonus as toss-up. One more, the name's the same. One was a legendary misanthrope of Athens, mentioned by both Aristophanes and Plutarch, and the other is sidekick to a warthog, voiced.
Timon.
He got one! Do him anyway!
They're cheering for him. It's the right here.
All right. Toss of 9. I have very low hopes for this one.
We got the door.
You are about to be given the Latin lyrics to a verse of a legendary 1990s song. Once you know what the song is, buzz in and sing the refrain. I swear to all the gods above and below, if you do not pour your heart, mind, soul, and body into your singing, you will not receive points. Here we go. Si ego maneam, solum tibi obvius sim, itaque ibo, sed scio, de te cogitabo, quemque gradum itineris.
C2.
Stand, please.
Hear this.
Nothing compares.
That's wrong.
Nothing compares to you.
Yeah, that's not it. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to give you the kindness of kind of doing it as best as I can in the beat to the song. Si ego
Oh my god, I know.
maneam, solum tibi.
A2.
So just like the chorus part's fun.
Yeah. We're about to see Noah Harris's falsetto, y'all.
And I will always love you.
That's correct. There are about 30 eyes and 46 youth on your first bonus. In another song, Whitney Houston says, Cupio saltare cum aliquo qui. Give a grammatically correct 2-word Latin phrase that gives the essential characteristics of the person with whom Miss Houston wants to dance.
With, yeah, sorry.
Cupio saltare cum aliquo qui. Finish the title of that song with a two-word phrase.
Just the two words, sir.
You have the qui. You need the rest. Answer, please.
Oh. Defer to Amante me. Like with someone who loves. With someone loving me.
You have a relative pronoun.
Yeah, I realized that too late.
Feel like amant. Okay.
It's all right.
Second bonus. Responde Anglice. Secundum vitneam custonem. In quo loco maximum amorem omnium illa reperit.
He's like, in what place you can find the greatest love? Couldn't tell ya.
Greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all.
Maybe it's like in your
I'm
mind.
skipping a line because I'm not going to give them the answer.
Was it in line?
Could you please repeat, Mr.
No.
My good sir?
In quo loco maximum amorem omnium illa reperit.
I defer to Noah.
In tuo corde.
Close, but I mean, one, it said responde Anglice. I found the greatest love of all. I like her so much. Inside of me, I would have taken inside of her. But you know, have you graduated high school?
Yeah.
If you
No,
graduated
I
our
don't.
team? Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
Oh, 2010, we have a visual.
I like that.
Give me a second. So it was the part of the challenge here. It was the printer was running out of toner. So one, you only get one. Don't turn it over. You only get one. Everybody shares. Don't talk because it is a toss-up and it's a little streaky. So I apologize for that. Wait. Okay, turn it over. You have a 1/6 of a minute to examine your visual. Cool, nobody buzzed. Okay, here's the question. Before you are works by 4 different Renaissance artists whose impact upon the world is monumental. Even modern art has been shaped by their legacy, but perhaps no piece more than a comic book published in 1984, which became an animated series in 1987, which both featured what team of...
C2.
That is not correct.
A2.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That is correct. What team of youthful, genetically modified shinobi terrapins were each named after one of these artists? Your first bonus. Identify by mask, color, and weapon one of the turtles associated with any one of the 4 works.
We don't have Lego. Really? What's his name?
The one with the R. The one with the R is red. Just one, right?
Yeah, Raphael's red.
It's just
Answer, please.
Defer to Noah.
Donatello
the bow
is
staff.
purple,
Bow staff.
and you use a bow staff.
Fish. They look like that, and it's Lego.
Please.
Well, yeah, but you have to tell
Oh,
me
yeah,
which,
tell you that too?
yeah, which one it's on.
Well, it looks like a pin, right? I think D. Don't see it. D for Donatello.
Not correct. Your second bonus, identify another
So
one.
let's just do it again.
Michelangelo. Michelangelo's orange.
Michelangelo.
And there's orange in this one, guys.
Is that why they picked it?
No, he did do this.
Is that why you picked it?
No. What if
Answer, please.
Berta Noah.
Michelangelo
I
is
think he used
A,
like.
and you use
Mike, well, no, touch, not touch, not touch.
That is correct.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, would you show the crowd the...
We get to do the office, of course.
So A was Michelangelo. That's a work by Michelangelo. He's orange. He uses nunchucks. B is Raphael. He's got a red mask and uses size. Donatello is C. He is purple and uses a bow staff. And D is Leonardo, who wears blue and uses a sword. And it's time for our one and only score check.
All right, including entertainment points, we have Team A with 95, Team B with 10, Team C with 30, and the audience with 15.
Yes, sir!
Dazzle, my dazzle.
What? Could we, for the score check, actually say our real team names for the scores?
You want to say your home team name, Team A?
The team names for you.
You got it. A B and C, X and double jangles.
Nice. And you guys are?
All beings.
All right, Boss 11. Listen to the following television show opening, which I will read twice, then answer the questions that follow in English. Just in case, I don't know why I'm reading this part. The name of the show is not the answer, so don't buzz in and say it if you happen somehow to recognize it. Apud sistema criminale justumque, populus repraesentator a duobis gregibus distinctis sed aequis. Vigilibus, qui crimina investigent, et advocatis regionis, qui efficiant ut scelesti coinas duent. Hae eorum fabulae sunt. Apud systema criminale justumque, populus repraesentator a duobis gregibus distinctis sed aequis. Vigilibus, qui crimina investigent, et advocatis regionis, qui efficiant ut scelesti poenas duent. Hae eorum fabulae sunt. Casa, using your knowledge of either television or Latin, what is the proper
A2.
These are their stories.
No. Clear. What is the proper translation of the phrase advocatus regionis?
C2.
A lawyer of the state.
B1, you're B1. You're all bad.
I don't have anything better than they do. Like, lawyer of kingdom.
So what's another word for lawyer? And what does regio mean?
Region.
What's another word for region?
Area.
State attorney.
District.
Oh!
Wait.
I guess they do. I mean, he translated it. So 10 points to TC. Your first bonus. In what regio of the United States does the show from the passage take place?
Right.
New York City.
More specific.
Staten Island.
Yes, sir. Please.
Brooklyn.
Manhattan.
Oh.
Your second bonus. Give the Latin name for this long-running crime drama.
Law and Order. Is it? It's not. So it's just Law and Order. Use. Yeah. Order, like red. Something. Order.
Answer, please.
Alexa, Ordo.
I mean, that's bad, but I'll take it.
Okay.
My favorite answer on the page was you could have given use and use.
Oh. Yes.
So 15 points. Yep, 15 points. That's 12. In the year of our, Common Era 1994, don't buzz in and say Forrest Gump. So Tom Hanks portrayed a lovable and kind-hearted man named Forrest Gump, who just so happened to be a featured extra at various historical significant events. What man in mythology, in a similar fashion, was a member of the Argonauts?
E3?
Hercules.
Nope, still no. What man was a member of the Argonauts and hunted the Caledonian Boar and stormed Thebes as one of the seven, where he finally met his end fleeing from Periclymenus as the earth swallowed him whole?
A1? Then Furious.
That is correct. Very good. Your first bonus. Talking about squads, you can name either 2 members of Forrest Gump's squad from the Vietnam War, or 5 members of Amphiaraus' squad at Thebes.
I like your shirt.
Answer, please.
Defer to
Polynices, Scaphanius, Pidius, Adrastus, Parthenopius.
Keep going.
Antiochus, Mycestius, Epaminondas.
What was the thing you said before?
Antiochus.
Before Hippolyta.
Antiochus.
You already said that.
Mycestius, yeah.
Yes, okay. Good job. Yeah. 5 points. Your second bonus, what college football team did Forrest play for in the movie, which has a 59-39 record against UT, and whose now yearly rivalry game is called the third Saturday in October?
It was an SEC team, so Florida, Georgia, Texas.
Like Alabama.
It could be, Alabama. Nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
defer.
Alabama.
That is correct. 20 points. All right, toss-up question number 13. One of the main characters in what 1999 visually gripping and cinematically innovative movie is named for a mythological character?
B1?
I'm sorry, Hercules.
Still no.
E2?
Juno.
No.
C3?
That's correct.
Wow.
Wow. I'm gonna do y'all a solid. No questions about Hercules the movie. I'm really impressed. I was honestly, I was like, all right, when he screws it up, we're just gonna clear it, pretend like it never happened. It's gonna be our little secret. But he got it. Had mythological, he had brothers named Ikelos, Phobetor, and Fantasos by his father Somnus, and encourages Neo to break free of his instructions to play Somnus. All right, your first bonus. When Neo goes to visit the Oracle, aside from meeting a weird kid in the lobby who tells him Est Nihil Proclaimar, he sees a sign over the door to the kitchen that reads Temet Nosce. What advice is that sign giving Neo?
Yeah, sure.
Know yourself.
You are so ignorant. Know thyself. What do you guys think? What do you think? No pressure. If you give the wrong answer, I'm going to make you join your team. Should we give them the point? They said know yourself, but on my page it says know thyself. It even says in parentheses, yes, they need to say thyself or face mockery.
Or face mockery?
Yeah.
Can we still mock them and give them the
I think that's a really good solution. 10 more points for you. Let's just read. Oh, how does one mock with a room full of people? We could do the football thing. Well, no, that's me and her mom on the street. And kind of my boss, so that was bad. All right. The suffix met is applied to personal pronouns in cases outside the nominative except for the genitive plural, because of course it's not. To emphasize that form, give another suffix that could. It's a bonus! I blame him for that. Really don't, too, because I think that's what hurts us. Just wait for you to let the World Series go. I'll give another topic to be used to emphasize the personal pronoun and the nominative. Where the Atlas? Too happy. 3, 2, 1, answer please.
Defer.
Just the letter D.
No, PTE. PTE. 15 points, good that. Toss of 14. Now, before anybody jumps on my case, I understand that technically it started in 1989, but Seinfeld was definitely a juggernaut of the 1990s. Apparently, when it was pitched to NBC, it was pitched as a show about nothing. What Roman author would have argued that this was...
C2.
No!
8-4.
That's you.
Lucretius.
Yeah. What Roman author would have argued that this was not possible, as he claims nil posse creare de nihilo in both one of De Rerum Natura. I gave him crap, but that was good. I'm gonna give him that. Good job. Your first bonus. One of the most iconic lines in television history, not just Seinfeld, can be translated into Latin as nullum ius tibi. Give that quote properly in English.
No soup for you.
Where's that from? Wait, is there a cool way you can say it?
I'll trust you. Just that's the line. It's yours. Make it yours.
Oh, soup for you.
Correct and vaguely uncomfortable. I mean, if you think about it, I'm not going to say it out loud. If you think of that character's name from the show, it's problematic in and of itself. So that's fine. Your second bonus. Jesse.
There's another one.
Why are you doing this? Robert is disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Here's your second bonus. I'm going to tell y'all. If you know the story behind this one, this is the spiciest question in the World Series. So,
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Wait, is it a bonus?
Your second bonus. This is their bonus. What female name, derived from the Latin noun for pain or grief, is the central plot point to one of the most famous episodes of Seinfeld? Just Google it. I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Is there a cool way I can say it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can New York.
Dolores.
In case you didn't hear that, right before he said this, say it in a New York accent. Let's get ready. Having been to New York. Alright, toss of 15. One of the greatest phenomena in JCL history happened in 1993 when an unassuming young man from Michigan successfully ran for National First VP using a brilliant platform in which he spelled his last name in his speech. He later received an elevation to the presidency and further elevations to National Committee and general JCL immortality. Either spell or pronounce with extreme emphasis on the last letter the two-letter last name of JCL great Kevin.
C3.
Ox.
C2.
You.
Why you?
The kid he gives his speech. He's like, remember, vote for Foo. That's F-U. Walks off the stage to the biggest round of applause anybody ever got in the history of forever. He was a good first VP, and then we went to bed on like a Tuesday, went to GA on Wednesday, and all of a sudden he was president. Ask your older sponsors.
No, yeah.
I'm not telling the story. You know what? I'm going to break the rules of the World Series of Certamen because I am the World Series. We're going to do the bonuses as well.
Yes.
Are they getting like actual?
Yeah, they're getting real points. Because I like these. So, bonus one is a toss-up. The 1990s also saw the first time that several beloved institutions hosted convention. In 1991, the JCL. Okay.
North Dakota State University.
The JCL descended on Emory for the first time. We'll just say that conventions at Emory have improved since then. At the 1991 convention, which by the way was my first one, what distinction was held by the dormitory in which the Georgia delegation was housed? Remember that Georgia is where MD is.
It was off campus across the street.
No. That's my guess. Wait till you hear this. I wrote this question because 33 years later, I'm still salty about it. You can't do that. Somebody get something about it. Yeah.
No bathrooms.
No. Georgia, the host state, had access to exactly one, in July, in the Deep South, air-conditioned dorm, and decided to take it for themselves. Second bonus as toss-up. In 1997, North Dakota State hosted for the first time. It happened that year. In 2010, NDSU hosted again. It happened again.
Morning.
Yes. In 2019, NDSU hosted for the third time, and it was the first time that we did not have what weather phenomenon? 5 points for you. Toss-up 16. What 90s era mega franchise had additions such as Smaragdus and Marguerite? Wait, don't answer yet. If you miss this,
We know
you walk out the room and never come back. Is that agreed?
it. Yeah, we know it.
C3. That is correct.
Is that okay?
I just had to make this statement. It said that game gave the players the mandate that omnes capiandi sunt, although we OG players only had 151 to pursue. Your first bonus, that's right, this is a Pokemon question. That means I'm going to give you a translated Pokédex entry.
We were talking about this yesterday.
And you have to have the youngsters on your team help out. Who's that Pokemon?
Can I ask what gen?
No.
Okay.
Habitat in Silvis, Procol, Ob Hinc Hominibus. In Genis, Retinet fulmina, Quae Eacarentur, Si Opugna Retur.
So, no, it's some electric.
In Genis, Retinet fulmina.
Pikachu, yeah. Yeah, it's Pikachu. Go.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Second bonus. There are over 1,000 Pokemon now, but we only care about those that existed in the 90s. Who's that Pokemon, Gen 2,
Okay.
who features heavily in the cartoon series Johto Journeys that I am watching currently with my 7-year-old child, whose only move in the game is counter. You actually want the thing? It is one. Because there's a whole thing of Latin I don't want to read. So 20 points, you nerd. That doesn't make it better. Toss-up 17. On June 17th, 1994, the world stopped and took notice as O.J. Simpson's white Ford Bronco slowly went down the 405. In 305, who took a...
B3.
Diocletian.
No.
Acorn.
Constantine the Great.
Consultation. What's it?
Constantine the Great.
Whoa.
In 305, who took a horse, maybe a white bronco, we don't know, and rode from post house to post house, hamstringing every horse in sight, knowing that eventually Galerius would sober up and retract the permission he had given this man to leave and join his father, Constantius Chlorus, in Gaul. Very good. Your first bonus. After meeting up with his father, Constantine crossed to Britain and spent the next year or so in what city? The capital of the province of Britannia Secunda, and the city where his father would die the following year.
Just like an actual question.
It happens occasionally, baby. Don't criticize.
Aberrant.
Yeah. This is honestly like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is your team's history?
About
Probably the others are
Okay.
10. Ours probably might be.
Just
Maybe
for
it's
the
a-
record,
or like a solid
Michael
nine.
Kearney said this question is ridiculous and shouldn't be asked. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Sometimes in the World Series of Certamen, I, Ken Andino, put questions in here that are so hard, just out of curiosity, that I can be equally impressed and horrified if someone actually knows this. This is one such question. After the death of his father, Constantine had a Germanic king proclaim him as Augustus so that he could tell Galerius it was not his choice to ascend to the throne. Name that king of the Alemanni.
You know this, right? I know it's not. I think you got a candy shop.
It wasn't a candy shop. Wikipedia.
Current moment.
Current moment. Why does love stand for fire? It's Kearney.
What? Or your
Answer, please.
Urine.
His name is Crocus.
You're close.
15 points. All right. Toss-up question number 18. Without buzzing in and giving it as the answer because it's not the answer, consider the name of the 275 BC battle at which Curius Dentatus defeated Pyrrhus, king of Epirus. Now, considering the meaning of the roots that make up the site of that battle, what 1990s television show is evoked in which the title character refers to himself as the Princeps Recanes of that title? That is correct. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Your first bonus. What two battles, one in 280 BC and the other in 279, were victories for Pyrrhus that were so costly they later gave rise to the term Pyrrhic victory? Watch them not get this.
No, we're not gonna get it.
No, we know what we know. We are self-aware. Have you not understood how this works yet? Wow. They might get this. Guys, they might get this. Answer, please.
Refer to me. Torrento.
There's two out.
And.
Did you feed them haircut? The other one's osculum, not Toronto. The haircut is kind of weird. All right, second bonus. In the well-loved theme song to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, our hero tells us, I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said, fresh, and it had something in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, no, forget it. Yo home's to Bel-Air. The redacted word in that line can be rendered into Latin. What word? This one I will repeat. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh, and it had something in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, no, forget it. Yo home's to Bel-Air. Pulled up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabby, yo home's to Bel-Air. Looked at my feet, and I was finally there. To sit on my road, it's pretty Bel-Air. Answer, please. Yeah, nice in there.
Go on.
All right. Toss-up 19, settle in. This is a brick of a question. When recognized, either perform the following commands or explain what you were. No, the explain is not going to happen for this. Perform the following commands. Commands. This is not just plural. This is very plural. Extende manu prona brachium dextrum. Extende manu supina brachium.
C2.
Stand up and do it. That's not
Did we give you the inspiration?
Extende manu prona brachium dextrum. Extende manu prona brachium sinistrum. Verte
A2.
That's not correct. Very attractive. Extende manu prona brachium dextrum. Extende manu prona brachium sinistrum. Verte manum dextrum ut ad caelum vergat. Verte manum sinistrum ut ad caelum vergat. Moe manum dextrum ad humerum sinistrum. Moe manum sinistrum ad humerum dextrum. Moe manum dextrum post caput. Moe manum sinistrum post caput. Moe manum dextrum ad coxam sinistrum. Moe manum sinistrum ad coxam dextrum. Moe manum dextrum ad gluteum sinistrum. Moe manum sinistrum ad gluteum dextrum. Nunc te rota et exclama Anglicae et Macarena.
Can you please repeat the loud?
No. But an approximation will do as long as you get the part at the end. B3. No, go ahead. He didn't buzz it. Go ahead.
Me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh. It's all gonna be wrong. Okay, Liz. Yep.
Pretty good. Nope, nope, nope. No, that's right.
Other one.
You're right.
Twist it.
Bring it around town. That's a smart one.
Wrong. Exclama. What's the dance? Look, what's the dance? What's it called? Come on, what's the dance called?
Macarena?
Hey!
That is correct. Your bonus. I asked if that was your
I wasn't asked.
That's the way I remember it. Check the tape! Jenny, run it back! Your bonus. Speaking of 90s songs that somehow, against the laws of gods and of men, have survived to the consciousness of people today, what song has the following repeated line reproduced here in Latin? Potes pectora meos capillos. Potes exuere me ubique. Imaginatio. Vita est tua creatio. As a hint, this song had yet another undue renaissance because of a 2023 movie sensation.
Oh, Bart, can you repeat the Latin?
Song.
Can you repeat this Latin?
Potes pectora meos capillos. Potes exuere me ubique. Imaginatio. Vita est tua creatio.
Imagination, life. Anybody getting this song lyrics?
What? Do you know why it is?
Yes, please.
Beat the Barbie movie analyzer.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Why did you say that? because they're so much fun to say, this is for anyone, like 1 million points for anyone. If both the title and band for the 1997 hit song with these lyrics, Ego Sternor said, Versus Orior, tu nunquam me contenturis est. Ego Sternor, said Orior versus, tu nunquam me contenturis est. I wrote it in meter, y'all.
I am like something.
Can you remember the rest of the word?
So like I am. Like,
I just want you to know, when y'all watch them play Latin,
I could
take your time, and you're like, they're so good at Latin. They're better than me at everything. This is for you. Answer, please.
The Mario movie.
Something like Chumbawamba.
I knew
20 points. She's going to win this round. Final toss-up, because we're running short on time. Oh, Jesus. Toss-up. Elegans, infantilis, rufa, terribilis.
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls. The Spice Girls Uber hit Wannabe starts with its refrain. Translate the first line of that refrain into Latin. If you don't somehow know it, you may ask one audience member of your captain's choice.
Okay. I want. How do you like? I want to grunt. I want to.
Time, next place.
Walde, Wad.
First line of the refrain is Tibi Narabo quid desidera.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really want.
That's what we were doing.
No, it is definitely not. Your second one is Responde Anglique to the following question, according to the first verse of Wannabe. Quid tibi faciendum est, si vis meum futurum? Responde Anglique.
Forgive my guys. Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Answer, please.
Guys, how's my pass?
Forget my pass.
You were right.
All right, final score, real quick. We ran late. Sorry.
All right, final score.
Started so early.
Okay. Team A has 156.
Now, read them all.
Team B has 20. Team C has 105.
Great.
And the audience has 45.
Good job.